To achieve this by 2030, which is aligned with Governor Whitmer's goal of 2030 for 60%. Right now, we're at 35.5% of Berry County residents having a 2-year, 4-year, or certificate. Now, that doesn't include the apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are hard to articulate and put into our numbers because apprenticeships are articulated through the Department of Labor, not the Department of Education. So we have to find out who from Berry County has achieved an apprenticeship and add those numbers to it. We do have a number of initiatives that we have been doing. And who leads it? You saw in the handout the people that represent the different organizations, and Ben Geiger is on our, and has been, and before Ben it was Craig Stolzenberg. We have a number of, we have a dashboard of success that we have been doing since we are a baby organization. We just started in 2016, and I will give you the progress as of 2017. Back. Go back. Back. Back button. Backspace. So, can you go backspace?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are increasing students' awareness of post-secondary education, and we're doing a lot of that, especially in the fall, where we have students going to My Career Quest, which is actually, that's all 8th graders. We're doing a coordinated service for all students in Berry County and that attend Hastings schools, Thornapple Kellogg, Maple Valley, and Dalton schools, as well as Berry County Christian. The Career Quest is coming up in May. I will be registering tomorrow all students from the county. We had the career tours last week, last couple of weeks, for manufacturing and healthcare for 10th grade and 11th graders interested in those areas. We also have, especially with healthcare, that was a big one with our students going to Spectrum as well as First Rehab and going to Thornapple Manor. We also are improving on our college readiness. So when students do get to any post-secondary education, they don't have to take remedial courses and they're ready for the rigor. We also are increasing the affordability. Students that have parents that have completed the FAFSA. If you don't complete the FAFSA, you can't get money. That's the way it is. And so we want all students to complete the FAFSA so that they are eligible for any kind of scholarships or funding. And then the other thing that's kind of sad is that only 50% of our students in 2018 did enroll in post-secondary education within 6 months. Now that does not include, again, the apprenticeships. It does include any two-year, 4-year certificate program. So we're trying to, but that is also, that kind of goes with the economy, because the economy and there's jobs out there. The other thing that's good is that you go to a job at like FlexFab, they will help pay for your education. So there's a lot of programs that are going out. At Thornapple, you work there for a year, they'll pay for your education. And they'll even give you time off to help study. So that will be a big improvement as well. Okay, next one. How can you help? You're on the leadership team. Thank you, Ben. Ben has been a part of helping with the pledge of support, and we have the Berry website up, and Ben has actually helped with that website. We have job shadowing experiences across the county. We have mentoring opportunities. Always, schools are always happy to have people come in to talk about their career in classes, and then providing financial support. This is a cost-sharing program, so all leadership teams members are sharing the cost. Okay? And what we're doing as a network is changing culture of going to post-secondary education, because we need it. So instead of having the 3 boxes that the kids are standing on, which are all the same, and the shortest kid, like me, still can't see over, or that's a program. Everybody gets the same, the boxes represent the program. Everybody gets the same program, okay? Let's go to the next step. Okay, programs don't solve it. To give a program, you know, the shortest kid gets 2 boxes. Well, you gotta build the boxes. You gotta watch who gets the boxes and monitor that. That works. That's a lot of work. Next one. Let's dissolve it. So instead, take away the boxes, take away the barriers. We as a network are looking at the barriers that prevent anyone from going to post-secondary education. And we're really doing deep dive into that, and as from all aspects of the community, to find out what can we do together as a network. This is not a school's problem. This is a society problem. And we have to work at it together as a society. Ask, as Chairperson Wing said, we're asking for $5,000, which is financial support for July 1, 2020 to June 30th, 2021. And it will be for all the programs, yes, including the administrative salaries. I have a list of the things there. It is a bare bones budget of only $50,000 for this program. And it's coordinated. It's a coordinated program. I have a copy here of our common agenda that was that we look at every year, update. And one of the things, the best thing about this is not only removing barriers for all people to go to post-secondary education, but a coordinated effort across the county. And that's very, very important for all of our students. So, any questions?
Any questions for Marjorie?
Do you have any stats on, I take it when they go to these tours and shadows and stuff, that's a voluntary thing, the whole class don't go, just people that want to?
So, all 8th graders go to My Career Quest, and they go with their classes. All 9th graders go to Berry Career Expo. So, My Career Quest is in Grand Rapids, and it focuses on manufacturing, healthcare, IT, and construction trades. So, and they're from Prosperity Region 4. So all the employers from Prosperity Region 4 are there. Berry County Career Expo is narrowing that down to all the hot jobs in Berry County. So we want kids to know what are the hot jobs right here in Berry County. And so we have students from businesses from IT and manufacturing, agriculture, which is not at Michigan My Career Quest. We focus on agriculture as well as healthcare and all of them. So the kids can get a bigger sense of what's available right here. So that's all 8th graders and all 9th graders. For 10th graders, we narrow it a little bit to the career tours, to only those students that are interested and have on their educational development plan manufacturing or engineering or drafting, those type of, that whole cluster, as well as healthcare. So then they have to sign up, they have to want to do it, and some of them are nudged by their counselors, I know that, to go on those tours. So they can see things in operation. They can see at FlexFab how they're really making things work. And they can visualize themselves right there. And it's not just on the line, it's sales and as well as finance, that type of thing as well.
Any statistics on how many 10th and 11th graders go to these?
Yes, we have that. Every year, I'm still getting the data from that. Yeah, we had all the schools participate, and I think we had 12 different companies participate on different days.
Is there a cost for those schools to attend?
No.
Okay.
In fact, that's one of the things that we do, is we coordinate that for them, because if they had to, there's no time, there's no one there to do that. So that's one of the features that we do. We not only coordinate it for Hastings, but Delton and Maple Valley and TK. And TK schools are part of this because most of their people are part of Erie County.
Excuse me. So in your Who We Are flyer, because I didn't get one of the dashboard ones or this other one of what your items are that you, money, where the money goes.
Oh,
I didn't get that
I didn't.
in my packet. But anyways, in why is Berry Can needed? You have 9 of 10 new jobs created in 2017 went to those with a college degree, emphasizing our economy's growing dependence on a trained workforce. Now, is that a Berry County stat?
I believe so. And you're looking under which paragraph?
Why? In the very first paragraph, 9 of 10 new jobs.
Yes.
Those are Berry County
That's,
stats?
well, I think that's a state level.
A state level.
Yes, I think it's state level. I will check that out, but we have learned that it's even increasing, especially with baby boomers retiring. That they're asking, and with manufacturing, so much of the equipment is being automated. You need to have some kind of certificate, just like CAMA. CAMA program is they get a certificate from completing that program. So that's the beginning of that manufacturing program.
So today is election day, and of the schools that are having millage elections today for people to vote on, 3 of them are in my district. Some of my residents go to 3 of them. The other one is Caledonia, which I don't believe any of my residents go to the Caledonia one. The only Berry County school that you're affiliated with would be Thornton Kellogg. The other 2 are K-Risa and Plainwell. So, and those kids are Berry County residents also.
Correct. But those kids can get we help them in lots of different ways, especially FAFSA, college applications. But those students that are part of K-Risa in those counties, they have LCAN, a local college access network, in those counties, such as Allegan or Caledonia is part of Kent County.
Oh, Kent County, okay.
Yes.
And they have a,
They're starting one up. They did have one, it kind of went dormant. They're starting back up, and they're asking for our help. Because of, one of the things that we have, I work with Talent 2025 and the Prosperity Region, and one of the things that we have going for us is this scope and sequence of awareness activities that for all of our students, and people are really looking at that.
Other question I had is that on that, so on the very first page, that 35.5%, and you say that the people that have apprenticeships are not in there, and you
Right.
have no idea what that percentage would, how much that would increase?
Not for Berry County, no. And I keep asking for that, at the state level, and they tell me that that's very difficult to get. Because those certificates are articulated through the Department of Labor, and they're not going back to the high schools with, Margie graduated in 2018, and in 2019 she got an apprenticeship. It's not using my UIC code, my student number, to track that. So there's a tracking problem.
But it could be closer to 60%.
Right now, I don't know, I'm not gonna, I don't know how many students have apprenticeships.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
Vivian brings up a point that we on the committee have had to deal with for a while, and that the data is slow. Because our focus is getting kids' minds open to the possibilities of a different career. Getting them, getting their FAFSA, which is their application for scholarships, getting that all set up so they can have a successful career. The data that happens after there is difficult to get, but not impossible. If somebody graduates from high school in Berry County, goes and gets an apprenticeship, takes them a few years, and then comes back, that data won't necessarily be reflected in the reports. All of the groups like BCAN across Michigan are dealing with that same thing. So our priority is let's just do what we know is effective, and the data will come in and show the metrics.
I have been asking, Julie Callie, I've talked with her about it. I've been talking about it for years with MCAN, Michigan College Access Network. It's something that I'm hoping that in the future we'll see. I don't think it's impossible to get the information, but it's going to take some different tracking methods of the Department of Labor.
Sorry, thank you.
It's okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Commissioner Smoker?
No, you say you have a website, is that the Berry Can?
It's, right now,
BerryCan.org.
I'll email it because we're trying to switch from a berrycan.org to, and we have another one that has just been upgraded, but we're having trouble with the domain, switching the domain from the one to the other. And I'm ready to pull my hair out with it, so that has, yeah.
It's currently BerryCan.org.
It's berrycan.org, yeah.
If I go on there,
It'll show up.
gives me all this. Is there a copy of the budget on there?
No, there's not a copy of the budget on there. We have not included that on the Berry Can website.
Could I get a copy of the
I
budget?
certainly can.
Thank you.
I'd like to see that.
Commissioner Jackson?
The budget is $50,000, and it basically is program expenses and for the coordinator and a program part-time. I'm a part-time program coordinator, and we have a program assistant.
I guess my question kind of is how we're getting in and really connecting with the students. 'Cause I know the number we've always heard is somewhere less than 50%, 45–50% of Berry County students go to college or apply for college. And I think it was Bonnie I was talking to down at Berry Community Foundation said that out of that 50%, the graduation rate's only like 17%.
Well,
For those going to college aren't actually getting degrees or completing the education. But in the schools, we seem to celebrate the kids that get the scholarships or go, but there's that gap between the kids who probably need to be guided towards career or technical education or something other than college, because I think that's what they find out is maybe college isn't what I thought, or it was more expensive. But there was some, maybe resistance, not the right word, but maybe at the high school level, the counselors or the people that are giving those kids guidance, it just seems that we don't have as much open-mindedness about other career paths. How are you working with those counselors or with the individual schools to get this message out that there is more than one path for these students that could be a big benefit to Berry County?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm working with the counselors all the time. We have these, part of the awareness activities, these tours, these events, but we're also getting information into to the students on a regular basis of careers that are available. One of them, this is an old one. This is the 2018, but there's from Michigan Works, the hot jobs list for West Michigan. But we also are, and all the counselors are working with the students on these hot jobs lists that show the students what jobs are available that don't need a 2-year, 4-year degree.
Can we pass
just
that around?
Yes, I can.
I've
Yeah.
seen this before, but.
Yes, and this is online, and you can go by sector and then go by college preparation needed. I know from working with the counselors, we're not going to see the results for a few years, but we have been working the last 3 years of making students aware, especially students from 8th grade through 12th grade. So we've been working 3 years on creating this awareness and exposure to opportunities to get a post-secondary credential. Apprenticeships, certificates, plumbing, construction, all of those certificates, welding, and increasing dual enrollment so that when they graduate from high school, they have almost or have completed their certificate. So there's a lot. We're really working very closely with all the counselors in Berry County.
I hope that continues to turn.
Yes.
Because that's a big opportunity that I
It
thought
is,
we
and that's-
overlooked for years. So.
Yes, and that's exactly where we're going. That's why we're having the career tours. That's why we're having the Career Expo. That's why we're taking them to Grand Rapids, because they see those careers that are the skilled trades in action.
I don't think $5,000 is a big ask, especially supports our manufacturing and our business community here in Berry County. We've supported CAMA, we've supported through the Economic Development Alliance and some other programs in there. And $50,000 is not a huge budget. What's the sustainability of your budget? Do you have reliable funding sources in place at this
That's
point?
what we're working on right now. And in the past, we have been funded by Michigan College Access Network with matching grants from the Berry ISD, not grants, matching cash or in-kind from Berry ISD, usually $7,500 from Berry ISD, and then the DeCamp Foundation. And so we're moving away from MCAN grants because they're getting harder. The levels is getting harder because of their matching requirements. And we need to be self-sufficient. We need to be financially sustainable. So this year, we are working on that financial sustainability. We have the money until July 1st, 2020. So that's why this ask is for July 1, 2020 to June 30th. And from that time, then we're going to be moving into the next phase of doing a 3-year to 5-year plan. But we've got to take baby steps.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
That dashboard sheet, I can't really see it that closely from here on. up
I
on the
gave you a
screen.
copy of the dashboard. I passed it on around. With the arrows on it?
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
that's the same one?
Yep,
So,
that's where I copied it from.
what is the uptick then in the 3 years that you've been doing this?
We hope that we have increased enrollment and then also increased the attainment. Yes, the attainment that Bonnie has been talking about, that's for 2-year college, Kellogg Community College. There's a broader information about that I can pull out and show you that shows a little bit higher success. Yes.
Yeah, this is the same percentage that was on the front page, that 35.5%.
Yes, right.
But I meant from 16 when you started till this year.
So when we started 2016, we had to go back to the information that was only available at that time, which was 2011. And at that time, Berry County residents had 27.4% attainment, and now we're up to 35.5%. So yes, we are making a difference.
Is it 27.4? You
Pardon?
said 27.4?
27.4 is what we started with. So we are improving. And that's without even doing a lot of the interventions. The interventions, I believe, will show some drastic improvements in 3 to 5 years.
Any other questions? So the question before the committee is to recommend to the Board of Commissioners approval to contribute up to $5,000 to the Berry Career Access Network with funds to be paid from the current fiscal year's general fund contingency.
I do have a question about that. If we're not gonna use it until July of 2020.
The thing is, now is the time where we start applying for grants for the local or the state
Yes.
grant funding. And so there's, we really need to have a certain dollar amount by the end of the year so we can even apply for matching funds.
It's a pledge. Right now, it's a
It-
pledge.
Yeah, it's a pledge.
And then we would invoice you in July 1.
Yeah, the 2020 contingency.
Yeah, I guess I don't care. It don't make any difference, Michael, which one we use out of? Where you go?
Any other questions? There being no more discussion, the motion before the committee is to recommend to the Board of Commissioners approval to contribute up to $5,000 to the Berry Career Access Network with funds to be paid from the current fiscal year's general fund contingency. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The item is approved.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And the children of Berry County.
Do we need to take a break quick?
Sure.
All right, 5 minutes, please.